Yes, students, today we start the next part of the life processes, that is transportation. It is the life process in which the food substances and other things are transported to different parts of the body. For this, the medium is required in the body that nature made in the medium is the blood. And for transportation, we also start to study here the system which help in transportation or the circulation of the blood is required, that is the heart. Transportation in human being is called the circulatory system. The material are transported from one part of the body to another by a mass flow system, which is the circulatory system. In animal particularly, the more advanced form have a higher metabolic rate. Sum total of all biochemical reaction is called metabolism. This means that they require more nutrient and oxygen at a faster rate for their metabolic activity. They also produce more waste that have to be removed from the body and the cells in a less time. As you know, if the substance like urea, which is toxic to the body can't tolerate these substances, therefore they must be removed, and these are removed by the blood and these are carried to the kidney and where these are filtered. Here I also want to show the diagram of human heart. Human heart is a closed fist-like structure and it has four chambers, that is two auricles and two ventricles. You can see here the main parts of the right ventricle, right atrium, left atrium, superior vena cava, and inferior vena cava. And that is the aorta, largest artery. And the right atrium, here is the right pulmonary veins, left pulmonary veins. And in the next part of the chapter, I will also tell you the functions of every part. In our body, there is a double circulation. The blood passes twice through the heart for each circulation. It increases the efficiency of the body. Here you can see it also, and in another diagram, that is the first of all deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood from superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. From superior vena cava from the upper part of the body, and inferior vena cava from the lower part of the body. From superior vena cava from the upper part of the body and inferior vena cava from the lower part of the body, the deoxygenated blood comes in the right atrium. Deoxygenated blood comes in the right atrium, and oxygenated blood from left pulmonary artery and pulmonary veins. From left pulmonary veins, it comes in the right atrium. And in the cardiac cycle, the right atrium and left atrium contract for 0.1 second. Contract for 0.1 second, and then the blood goes to the left ventricle and right ventricle. In right ventricle, there is a oxygenated blood, and in left ventricle there is a oxygenated blood, and right ventricle there is a deoxygenated blood. I am again repeating here. Right ventricle have a deoxygenated blood and left ventricle has a oxygenated blood. After that, the contraction of ventricular takes place, and from aorta, largest artery, oxygenated blood goes to different parts of the body, and from the left left pulmonary arteries that comes from the right ventricle. Pulmonary arteries that from the right ventricles goes to the lungs. That goes to the lungs and where the oxygenation of blood takes place. Then after that, here I want to explain the cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle refer to the sequence of events that takes place when in the one heartbeat. The sequence of events which takes place in one heartbeat. The phases of cardiac cycle are, as I have explained already. Cardiac cycle following are the different phases that occur in arterial diastole, arterial systole, and the ventricular systole. First of all the chambers of the heart are in a relax mode, and therefore arterial and ventricle are in a relaxation. In this stage, chambers of the heart are calm, That is when the aortic valve and pulmonary artery close and auricular ventricular valve opens, thus causing the chambers of the heart to be relaxed. Arterial systole. At this stage, blood cells flow from the atrium to ventricle. At this period, atrium contract. Contraction of atrium is called arterial systole, and that takes place in 0.1 second. That takes place. And then the isovolmic contraction. At this stage, the ventricles begin to contract, and the arterioventricular valve and pulmonary artery valve close, but there won't be any transformation in the volume. Ventricular ejection. Here the ventricles contract and emptying the pulmonary artery and aortic valves. Isovolmic relax. In this phase, no blood enters the ventricles and consequently the pressure decreases. Ventricles stop contracting and begin to relax. Now due to the pressure in the aorta, pulmonary artery and aortic valve close. Ventricular filling stage. At this stage, blood flows from artery into the ventricle. It is altogether known as one stage, first and second. After that, there are three phases that involve the flow of blood to pulmonary artery from ventricles. The three types of blood circulation are the systemic circulation, pulmonary circulation, and portal circulation. Systemic circulation. It takes place oxygenated blood from the left ventricle through the aorta to all parts of the body, including some lung tissue, node to air sacs, and returns the deoxygenated blood to the right atrium. Deoxygenated blood to the right atrium. Here I want to very well clear that it takes systemic circulation. Oxygenated blood goes to the body and deoxygenated blood comes in the right atrium. Oxygenated blood from the left ventricle through aorta goes to the body parts, and it comes as the deoxygenated blood to right atrium through vena cava. Pulmonary circulation. It collects the blood from the veins of the pancreas, spleen, stomach, and intestine, and gallbladder, and directs it to the hepatic portal vein of the liver before it returns to the heart. And in pulmonary circulation, the blood passage from the different parts of the body. The blood passage from different parts of the. Yes, I am telling you about the different types of the circulation. I am again repeating the portal circulation. It collects blood from the veins of the pancreas, spleen, stomach, intestine, and gallbladder, and directs it into the hepatic portal vein of the liver before it returns to the heart. And next is the pulmonary circulation. It takes deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the air sacs of lungs and turn oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium. Here you can see the cardiac cycle. Arterial systole. Cardiac cycle takes place in 0.8 second. Complete cardiac cycle takes place in 0.8 second. And first of all, the arterial systole, in which the blood comes to the right and left ventricles through artericles, and that is for 0.1 second. And then ventricular systole, that is for 0.3 second. And then all the diastole or ventricular diastole and atrium diastole takes place, that is for 0.4 second. And ultimately the heart cycle or the cardiac cycle takes place in 0.8 seconds. Therefore the heartbeat contains the 17 or 18 times heartbeat in a per minute. What is difference in veins and artery? Veins carry blood from the tissue of the body to the heart, are usually found closer bent to the skin. They are superficial. They are less muscular than arteries and collapse if blood flow stops. An artery carries blood back away from the heart to tissue of the body found deeper within the body, are more muscular than veins, would generally remain open even if flow stops because of the muscular structure. Veins contain deoxygenated blood and arteries contain oxygenated blood. The next is the what is difference in blood and lymph. Blood is reddish in color due to more RBCs are present. Blood is reddish in color. Red blood cells are present. It is bidirectional flow. Flow is rapid and leukocyte count is relatively less. Platelets present. And in lymph, pale yellow in color, red blood cells are absent. Unidirectional flow and flow is slow. High leukocyte count and platelets are absent. That is today's topic of